Hawk fans, if you can believe it, it's the end of the month of September, and I'm still wondering how we got here. The other thing I'm wondering is why Philadelphia looks like Seattle lately with all the rain that we've been experiencing. Hope you've had some time to get those last few trips out onto the golf course, out onto the links. And for your enjoyment for today's Take 5, we pulled one of our golfers off of the links. Senior Andrew Jaskel, how you doing?
Good, how you doing? Nice to be here.
I'm good. Talking about golf courses, we'll start you off easy. First question. Favorite golf course that you've had the opportunity to play on, either here at St. Joseph's or just life in general at this point?
Well, I guess I can answer both of them. In college, definitely, last semester we played this course called Bulls Bridge. It's up in Hartford, Connecticut. You literally have to drive up the side of a mountain to get there. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Literally, you crawl around a mountain for about half a mile, and then the course just goes in and out of the mountains. It's really cool. It was during the fall, so all the leaves were orange and falling. It was pretty cool. So that was definitely my favorite one in college. But I actually had the opportunity to play Pine Valley, which is the #1 golf course in the world. I played there last summer, and it's just tough to beat the #1 golf course in the world, so that was pretty awesome.
Did you have to grease somebody's palm to get in there?
My dad knew a guy who knew a guy who knew another guy, so
okay, that's how it worked.
Worked out well, so it was a lot of fun.
I hear a lot of golfers talk about a swing thought, something that they think about that obviously makes them concentrate during their swing. I don't have a swing thought because I'm not much of a golfer. I'm sure if I did have one, it would be something that would help me hit the ball well, or actually keep the ball from not slicing 50 yards off in the distance.
Yeah.
But what's your swing thought? Do you have one?
Well, yeah, it's actually funny you asked that. Ever since I started playing golf, I always had a really quick tempo, like take the club back 80 miles an hour and go back, just a little bit faster. But this past semester, I've really been working on getting my swing slower, taking it back a lot slower, and my one swing thought right now is just take it back literally as slow as I possibly can. So it feels uncomfortable. It feels like I'm not even swinging the club, but everybody else says that it looks good and that it's it's moving in the right direction. So
I think is there an Aerosmith song? I think it says "Slow Ride, Take It Easy." No, maybe that's not Aerosmith. That's somebody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Long irons or hybrids? What's your preference? And explain to our viewers who aren't necessarily golf aficionados what exactly that means.
Mm-hmm. Well, basically, for the past 40 years, golfers have been using 2 irons, 1 irons, which are long clubs with a very small club face, and it's really tough to hit. And you don't really get the ball high at all. It's kind of a low, rolling out shot, whereas a hybrid, which has been popularized in the past 4 or 5 years, it's like a wood. It's kind of like a 3-wood or a 5-wood, a little bit smaller of a face, but it really pops the ball up in the air quickly, and it lands softly, which is what everybody wants from a long distance away. And my swing is a little more upright. I take the club up straight up and come down on it. So me and my hybrid haven't been getting along very well. We're kind of a rocky relationship. So I kind of switch off between my old 2-iron and my hybrid. But right now in the bag, I have my hybrid for Florida this weekend. We're going down to Florida for the Xavier Invitational, so that should be good. And hopefully the hybrid and I get along a little better.
So yeah, you guys are sort of on speaking terms
right now?
Yeah,
we're trying. We're trying to make it work.
All right. Does anybody actually use long irons that you know?
Actually, most of the pros are switching to the hybrids. I think Davis Love III, who's kind of getting older now, is one of the only pros who uses the 2-iron still. Tiger even switched to the hybrid, or the 5-wood, so if he's switching to the hybrid, that means, something's good about it.
All right. Well, if I ever actually decide to change my handicap, I'll think about the hybrids as well.
Absolutely, you should.
Phil's fan? Baseball fan?
Yeah, absolutely. Philadelphia.
Okay. Pick to go all the way. Playoffs starting in the next few days. They'll start tomorrow. Phillies will play on Saturday.
Yep. I obviously think the Phillies are going to go all the way with the dream team of pitchers.
You're not biased, though.
No, not at all. Not biased at all. But the Cardinals historically play us tough, so I don't think it's going to be a very, very easy series, the first series. And I do think it's going to be Phillies-Yankees, but Detroit's been playing really well lately, too. And I think they had 95 wins this season, so I don't think it's going to be an easy road for the Yankees as well. But I would like to see it to be Yankees and Phillies because my roommate is a Yankees fan, and it's nice to have that little battle. Phillies versus Yankees. So.
Of course. Especially it gives you something else to do.
Absolutely, yeah. Always keep track on the golf course of what the games are at. So.
Final question. This is our wild card. Who of your teammates, when you have to think about driving the golf cart, who's the last person you want to get stuck with, riding with? Who puts you on edge the most when you think about your teammates driving the old cart?
Well, in college golf, we don't get to ride golf carts, but when we go down to spring break, we get to take carts, which is nice.
Who's the wild card, I guess, behind the wheel?
You know what? The one freshman, the incoming freshman, his name is Connor Garrity. He's got a little bit of a wild side to him, so I don't know if I trust him driving my golf cart, but he's a good kid and, just busting his chops, I guess.
Is it possible to get a citation for driving a golf cart recklessly? I'm not sure.
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. I'm not sure.
Well, the next time you're on Take 5, if that does happen to happen, we want the answer.
Absolutely, I will.
Appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.
You've survived. That's Andrew Jaskel, senior golfer, yet another victim, I guess, if you want to call it, of Take 5. We do it every week with a St. Joseph's male or female student athlete. Sit he or she down, ask he or she 5 questions. Once again, another edition to Take 5 on St. Joseph's All Access. I'm Matt Martucci, and as always, we'll see you next week, Hawk fans.